What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here in CGFIX. We're going to be working on a 2019 Nissan Rogue Sport. We're going to be replacing the alternator. So we're going to head and just basically start by getting all my things together and jacking the car up on this side. So we're going to jack the car up, put a jack stand, 19mm socket for the nut for the wheel. And once we take the wheel off, then we'll keep proceeding, and I'll show you every step of the way to remove it. First thing you want to do always, before you work on any car, remove this little air box. Take out either the positive or the negative, or just take out both just to be safe. You got the wheel removed, you got yourself, I put my jack first, the extra safety, and the wheel jack stand. We're going to go ahead and look at this plastic right over here. So we're going to be removing these clips. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holding it in. Here's what these clips look like. Some of them did break. It was just bound to happen. It's old, brittle. As you can see, you push it out and then then you remove them. And here's that plastic piece that comes off. And this car's in really good condition. This car's in mint condition, I can say. And we're just gonna get in there. I'm gonna show you where the tensioner is, and we're gonna loosen the belt. This belt right here, so we can get the alternator off, but we got a bunch of things to do in the top too, so let's go up there. For the top area, we're going to be removing this 10mm bolt because we want to have as much space as possible when we remove the alternator. So we kind of just want to work around this area right here and remove everything as much as you can. All right, and this is a 10mm. You don't need a special impact gun. You can use regular tools. I just prefer to do them. It makes it easier. Let's see if that gives me more. Oh yeah, that gives me a lot more room to work with. I definitely don't want to touch these. Don't touch these right here, because then you'll lose all your AC. But that'll give me more room later on today when I get to it. To get this alternator out. So now what I want to do is the tensioner. We're gonna go towards the tensioner and then loosen that belt. This right here, you can use a special tool for it, but honestly, who got the special tool? Especially if you're at home, you're learning DIY. I'm going to show you the best way to do it with regular tools that you have at home. So the 14 is going to be, the wrench 14 is going to be for the tensioner. Tensioner is right over here. And the other cool trick that I showed you guys on one of my shorts, you're going to want to put a ratchet. I'm going to have to do it with both hands, obviously, but you're going to put the ratchet in there and then turn it to the way it loosens. That's the best camera angle I can get you guys, honestly. But I'm gonna go ahead and put the 14 right in there. I'm gonna put my ratchet here and then loosen the belt. And look how easy this belt, you can see, just comes right off. And that's why I like this kind of method. If you don't have all those special, all those special tools, just use this right here. Beautiful. All right, now that the belt is already off, I'm just gonna take it off completely. I don't care, I'll put it back. Let's go to the top now. You can see that belt is off, so honestly I could just remove it, get it out the way. It's still good. So next step we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and just remove this connector right here, and I believe that's a 12 or a 13 right there socket. We're gonna figure out right now. What I'm using is an extension with a 12, and then my handy dandy long breaker bar, I call it, ratchet here. And that's pretty much loose, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just remove it by hand now. Easy nut. I love this car. This car has no rust. This car is still brand new. It's 2019, but I love it. Everything's just coming out as it should. All right, so that connector is off right over here. Just tuck it to the side, and then this one right here is just a clip. So you're gonna push down and then pull out. So I'm probably gonna do it with both hands. I don't want to break this connector. Yeah, I'm probably gonna push it down and then pry it with a flathead on this side, because this connector is a little, I don't trust it. It's real tiny. Let me get you a closer look there. Where we at? So, all right, right here. So you're gonna push down and then pull out. What I'm gonna do is push down, put a flathead on this side, and then just push the connector out, because I don't want to break this cable here. I already got it pried out. Once I pushed it, this clip's a little wonky. Pushed it in and it kind of stays pushed in, but oh well, we'll work in the meantime with it. So now we're gonna go towards the bolts that hold in the alternator, and then after that, it's just removing the alternator. Well, here's the new alternator, and we're basically gonna match it up. So we're looking at the bolts that we're removing. There's one here and one there. It's only 2 bolts that hold it in, and then remember the connector. So this connector and this connector. And then if you want to know where they got it from TQR. Here's the part number in case you need it. Oh, there's the QR code. So if you just want to scan it, QR code's right there. Scan it and get your alternator. All right, so we're gonna go towards these bolts here. I'm gonna figure out what size they are, and I'll be right back. For these lines right here, what I did was I pushed them over to the side. So you basically bend them just a little bit. Don't go crazy. Don't want to break these because then you will have no AC. So you kind of just push them out that way, and you can see you have a lot more clearance here. I might remove this out the way if it gets in the way, but I don't think so. But anyways, the bolt size, one's right there. So if you look at it, you put exactly how the alternator goes. 1 bolt's here, 1 bolt's here, and then they're 13mm sockets, bolts. So let's see if I can get a closer look for you guys there. There's one right there, and the other one, to get an angle of that, I would have to go and put the camera in there, but you get the idea. So we're just gonna remove those 2 bolts. After that, it's just wiggling it out and removing it. It would be nice if you guys give it a like, drop a like, you know what I mean, share the video. It'll help a ton, especially when tight places like this. I'll definitely have like a ratchet, you know, electric ratchet. All I have is this right here for now. But you know, if you help your boy a little bit, just like, share, you know, comment anything on the video, we'll definitely get one more step into getting electric ratchets. That left bolt is out, and that's what the left bolt looks like. So this one goes to the left. I'm gonna put it on the left, and then I'm gonna put the other one on the right, so I won't mess them up. And let's remove the other one, and then it's time to remove the alternator. Remove the reservoir top part here. So this is a clip that was there. Move that out the way, just so I can have all the room again possible. I push these lines a little bit more that way, and now it's just me wiggling it out and then removing it. So again, you can see the bolt, it just hits the wall. So yeah, it is what it is. We're just gonna have to remove it with the bolt, and then when we put the new alternator, we're gonna have to do the same thing. Put the bolt in there, and don't try to put the alternator and then try to put the bolt in there. It's not gonna work. So yeah, let's remove this alternator. For trial and errors, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to remove these 3 bolts for the motor mount. Put the jack under it, lift the motor up just a tad bit, enough to give me clearance to remove that bolt. Because as you can see, the bracket lands right here, the bolt is in there, and then it's not letting me, you know, lift up the alternator. So I'm gonna have to remove those bolts on the bracket for the motor mount, and then put the jack under the motor, and then lift the motor up high enough to remove that bolt out the way. Because yeah, fortunately I have to. I thought I was gonna be in and out. All right, so for the bottom, okay, you have clips, all right, all around. Move the whole thing. It's just one more holding it, because I don't want to mess this up. I mean, this is new, and I don't want to do that to the customer. Just, you know, put the jack on top of it, then lift the, you know, motor up. But I think right there, with this moved over to the side a little more, I can just get the jack under there. Place the jack right here. I ain't gonna put like a board or something, you know. I don't want to just straight, you know, jack, you know what I mean, bend anything up. So yeah, so we're just gonna lift the motor up a little bit, and then loosen those bolts up top. Because how that setup looks like is the only, you know, wood that I had on me, honestly, because I'm mobile. So but that's good. All right, let's go to the top. Setup I'm gonna be using for these bolts right here, it's gonna be an extension 17, and then my long trusty dusty ratchet. So gonna go ahead and lefty loosey these, make my life much easier and faster. We're just gonna remove it with the impact. All right, and then 3. Come on. All right, so once those are removed, that's 1. Come on. All right, let me just put that to the side there. Come on, that's 2, and that's 3. All right, and they're all the same sizes, but I remember where they go. So all right, now the motor's moving. Now we can lift the motor up just enough to remove that bolt. Voila, here we go. No, I lost it. Where did it go? All right, here we go. You mother, you know what I mean? Like, it should have been that easy to remove, but you know, without removing all that. They're fighting for it for a little bit. Just kind of wiggle it out, you know, find the puzzle, and there's the alternator. All right, think the most difficult part was just getting it off from right here. Was it this side? Let me see. It goes this way. So no, this side right here, from right here. It was just pretty stuck in there, so I put some WD-40. Look, it didn't even reach. It reached the top. The other one, but not this one. But yeah, anyways, basically back, reverse order everything, and then you should be ready to go. So basically everything is just back, reverse with everything I just did. I'm actually gonna put some lubricant on the right over here on these things right here, just so it can slide in a little bit smoother. I am gonna clean up a little bit on the area that I worked on. You know, I like to, you know, make sure everything's cleaned up, everything's good to go. I might clean up a little burr right here and stuff like that. But other than that, without further ado, guys, if you guys want anything on this video, make sure you guys give it a like, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss another video, and I hope you guys come back to see me on the next video. So I'll see you guys. Deuces, peace. You will not believe what I just noticed. So I think if the bolt, let me get it closer. If the bolt would have been just right there, you see how the bolt goes all the way? If the bolt would have been just right there, I would have been able to take it out with the alternator. But yeah, it is what it is. Maybe you don't have to do that little extra step, remove the bolt here and lifting up the engine. But I had a feeling like, I don't know, the bolt was just getting stuck like to the wall here while I was trying to lift up the alternator. So anyways, it made it so much easier once I did that extra step. So whatever. I mean, you might not even have to do that, but I did, and guess what? It came out easier, and it's done. All right, I'm out. See ya. I keep saying goodbye, but I didn't show you guys how I put the belt. So yeah, so it goes this way, that way, this way. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just gonna put a picture of it. But so around the crank, bottom of the AC compressor, then it goes up to the water pump, then it goes to the alternator, and then up down to the tensioner. Again, I'm gonna put a picture, but if anything, draw one out before you remove it. All right, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video.